Today we're going to talk about hamstring flexibility, and actually what prompted said a friend asked about a stretching program for his hamstrings, and man, it's very common, right? Tight hamstrings kind of leads into lower back issues at times. So today we're going to run through just a nice program that if you follow this, you will gain some flexibility in those hamstrings, release maybe a little tension in the lower back. Great program to follow. Guys, you should do it every day. And listen, I'm guilty of this too. You get in the gym, you work out, you're tired, you're already pressed for time, you're probably running late for an appointment, so you barely have time to clean up and run. But man, if you can make some time to stretch, do it. Stretching real quick, it's always good to be somewhat warm when you stretch. Think of your muscles and connective tissues as rubber bands. If you dive in right and do some heavy stretching, man, and they're cold rubber band snaps, right? So you want to be warm. So this progression, guys, I'm going to run through a couple things to kind of get the hamstrings up and moving, and then we'll go through some stretching. Guys, at least once a day, twice a day would be great. If you can do this on a consistent basis, it will really help you out, all right? A few items you want to grab here. You'll probably want some type of ab mat from the floor, whether it's a yoga mat or a more cushy ab mat. Maybe it's just a towel. If you have a foam roller, guys, these are great. You may want to get one, especially if you're going to do this on a consistent basis and really work on that flexibility. If you don't have one, guys, you could use a softball. There's some type of ball underneath there, or maybe a tennis ball even. That's a little softer. And kind of what we're trying to do is get those hamstrings kind of warmed up and rub those a little bit. All right. So the other thing you're going to want is some type of strap. So I have got a strap here, guys. It could be a belt, it could be a towel, rope, dog leash. It could be anything, okay? But you'll probably want a strap for a couple of these exercises. It's really going to help with those hamstrings as we get into the meat of this stretching program. And then probably a chair too. Okay, so I got a chair standing by. Let's start off, guys. So we're going to do, it sounds funny, it's called an elephant walk. And these first couple movements are kind of like a warm-up for stretching. Now listen, you could always ride a bike or something, okay? So if you want to warm up, maybe go for a walk, but I would still encourage you to do a couple of these moves too, just to add to that warm-up, okay? So elephant walk, we're not familiar with this one. You could put a chair or yoga block in front of you, okay? So you could kind of come to this position, lean over, and guys, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out a leg and then slightly bend, and we're going to go back and forward. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to right now tighten the right one, then I'll slightly bend the right knee, and I'll tighten up the left one, and then it's going back and forth. Now, you don't have to use a chair. That makes you feel a little more stable. You can use a yoga block. If you're more flexible, you can even go down on the floor, okay? So I'm going to go down on the floor, and I'm going to do a few more. We're going to get about 10 each way, and you're not going to hold it super long. Maybe 3 to 5 seconds. Just kind of going back and forth. I know it seems funny, but it's going to activate those hamstrings, bring blood down there, and help you when you go to your stretching, okay? So now, come up kind of slow anytime your head is down. If you go too quick, you might get that lightheaded feeling. So, and I'm just going to shake those legs out for just a second here. You can heel tap, or you can shake them a little bit. One more time with that elephant walk, okay? Because you can really feel that. So I'm going to come back down again, and you could put your hands against the legs and do the same thing. So I'm against the legs, so right, left. I'll go to the floor. That was good. And that was a little slow, 3 seconds, but it's good. So shake them out, guys. So that kind of got a starter warm. Now what I want to do is get that roller just to kind of roll on those muscles. And again, you can use a softball, tennis ball. And I'm going to focus on one leg at a time. Okay, so it requires a little upper body strength, but I think most people will be fine with this. So what we're gonna do is, and we're gonna break up our hamstring into 3 sections that we're gonna focus on here. We're gonna focus up high. The hamstring ties in up under the glutes, okay? So we're gonna focus up high, then we'll go mid, then low hamstring, all right? So what we're gonna do is you can almost get on this roller or softball, and you're gonna go right under the glute. So we're gonna go, and actually I'm gonna go right on the glute, and I'm gonna roll back and forth, and we're gonna do about 10 of these rolls. And I'm trying to stay real high in the hamstring. And you can turn the leg a little bit too, and you might find a spot that's a little sore or tight, and you can kind of focus on that area. So move your foot a little bit. Right there is tough for me, right there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is you kind of come down a little bit, and now I'm gonna go mid. So we'll hit a little different area of the hamstring. So now I'm in the mid hamstring, and I'm gonna roll this forward and back, getting a little more coverage here. And again, I'll kind of put my toe out, straight, bring it in, and you can feel that just hitting some little different areas in the hamstring. So I'm gonna go right here, and about 10 of these, and you're getting a nice mid kind of massage on those hamstrings. And there'll be a little overlap with this. Okay, I'm gonna relax a little bit. Now I'm gonna back up a little bit, and now I'm gonna focus more low. So from just above the knee to the mid. And again, about 10 of these, and you can move the foot. Oh yeah. Whew. Feels good. All right, so now we're gonna switch sides here, okay? So again, I'm almost gonna sit on the roller here. So we're real high on hamstring. I'm gonna focus on the high point. Whoo, inside. Okay, let's go mid. And again, I don't want to rush this, but I want to get kind of 10 nice easy rolls. Here we go. All right, now we'll go a little lower. So we're gonna focus on the lower portion. So you kind of, again, there could be some overlap. So we kind of have that lower section, we've got the mid section, and we've got the higher section. So there'll be a little overlap, but man, it's good to feel that all the way up and down that hamstring. And it's tough to try to crab crawl forward and back really far. So I find it beneficial to kind of break it up. Oh man, I do like turning the foot in. And again, play with that foot position just a little bit. And this is a pretty good speed. You're just rolling kind of easy. All right. So that, between the elephant walk and the roller, you've kind of got those hamstrings kind of warmed up, okay, ready to stretch here. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'm gonna grab my mat, and we're gonna start off with a pigeon stretch, which I know sounds sort of weird, right? Because we're talking about hamstring. Your hamstring ties in under your glutes. So we are gonna do a couple stretches here to kind of get the glute and the muscle underneath the glute, the piriformis, deep under the glute. So these are all good because they all kind of tie together, right? The hamstrings kind of tie in right into the glutes. which then in turn, everything kind of ties in lower back. So let's start with this pigeon stretch. If you're not familiar with this, I'm gonna show you kind of an easy way to do this. We are going to, I like to get on the side of the leg, okay? So I'm gonna lay my leg on its side, so I'm not driving my kneecap patella into the pad, okay? And then I'm just going to come over the top of that. So still trying to keep this leg down, okay? So I'm going to, so right now I'm kind of angled up. I'm gonna rotate my torso, and then I'm going to just walk myself down over that leg. Now, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to twist slightly, keeping that hip down, but I'm trying to turn, in this case, to the right. So I'm trying to twist my hip to the right while I keep the left hip down, and that'll really stretch that glute out. So about 20 seconds. I have a timer right over here. Okay, walk the hands back, and let's switch those up. So now we'll do the pigeon stretch on the other side. So again, I'm kind of on the side of my thigh a little bit. I'm gonna rotate over. I'll come over, and now I'm trying to twist to the left a little bit, and you can really feel that pulling through the glute, the piriformis. About 20 seconds. I know it seems like a lot of time, right? All right. We'll back off. Guys, I think it's good to do it one more time. Another 20-second stretch on here with this one, and we're moving on. So take some deep breaths while you're doing this. Okay, great job. We'll switch them. So there's a little bit of time investment in this, but it will pay off. Excellent. We are going to go to a seated position now. Okay, so we've got the seated position, and we're gonna have both legs out in front. What I wanna do with this stretch is keep my back straight, hinging forward from the hips. So you're hinging forward, okay? Listen, you could use a strap or a belt for this, or you can just grab the legs. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to hinge forward. We're gonna hold that for about 10 seconds here, right? So my back is straight. I'm pulling myself forward, trying to maintain that stretch. Okay, we're gonna take a deep breath in now. Exhale. See if you can increase it a little bit, all right? And then hold that another 10 seconds or so. Woo! That gets him a little bit. So relax. You can kind of bounce him a little bit if you want to. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go. And you probably going to be a little more flexible this time. So I'm going to start here. About 10 seconds here. And we keep that back real straight. We're not trying to hunch over. Big breath in. All right, increase it, hold. Oh, great job. So we're gonna lay back now. It's gonna feel good to lay back here. All right, and we're gonna do more of a kind of a hip stretch, so connected stretch from the hamstring. So we're going to do this figure four. Okay, and we're going to reach behind this knee,
Now, some people straighten the leg up. I think it's more effective to keep the leg down, but you can play with that angle of that leg. But I'm just going to keep it down, and now you're just going to pull in. So kind of piriformis. It ties into it. You know, you still feel the hamstring a little bit, but about 20 seconds here. Okay, we'll come down. Let's switch them up. Excellent. Guys, we do that one more time. All right. So we're over about 20 seconds here. Okay, let's switch them. Hey, excellent job. We'll come out of that. Guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a strap for this one. It'll help you, so use your belt now, your strap, whatever you've got. We're going to slide it over your foot, and we're going to lay back. Now, what I want to do, guys, is we're going to keep the leg straight. Okay, so I don't want the knee bent. So wherever you're at, where you can straighten your leg. Okay, then we're going to just pull up gradually. Okay, until you feel that stretch, and then hold it. We want to hold this for about 20 seconds. And we can try to increase as you're going, just increase it slightly. Excellent. Relax. And now we're going to switch legs. Hit the other hamstring. So again, leg is straight. We're trying to really lengthen that in the back of the leg. So we're going to pull this up. As soon as the knee starts to bend, back off a little bit and keep it straight. All right, so we're trying to really get to the length in here. Once you bend, all of a sudden you lose that stretch a little bit. So. Excellent. All right, let's go back to the left leg. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to contract and then relax and work our way to get a little more stretch. Okay, so this takes a little thinking. It's nothing too challenging here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay back and I'm going to, again, kind of pull this to the point where I can feel my hamstring stretching. Okay, now what I want to do is contract it. So I'm going to try to push my foot forward and bring my heel toward the mat, okay? But I'm gonna hold it, okay? So what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel that muscle tighten up. So you ready for this? We're gonna hold it for about 5 seconds. So I'm gonna tighten up. So now I'm really tighten. I'm pushing against that strap, trying to bring my heel down. My hamstring is tight. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now increase the stretch a little bit. Hold it there, and now I'm gonna contract again. So now I'm really contracting, trying to push my foot down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's contract. Now relax. Let's see, we go a little further. Oh yeah, we go a little further. And now I'm gonna try to tighten hamstring again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now relax. And we'll come a little more, and you're just gonna hold it for 3 seconds. Oh man, a great stretch, and that contract, relax just helps get that stretch a little deeper. Okay, it can really help you gain a little more flexibility. Okay, so now we're going to switch the legs. So gonna go to the right, and I'm gonna start to feel the stretch. So I can feel it right here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contract now. So I'm pushing down, trying to contract the hamstring. Feel the hamstring tighten up. 3, 4, 5. Now relax, and we're gonna increase the stretch. Oh yeah. Now I feel it. Now I'm gonna contract. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, relax. Oh, here we go. A little more stretch, and now contract. Tighten that hamstring. Trying to bring that heel down, push that toe forward. Just focus on the hamstring, not the calf though. Okay, now we're gonna increase it a little bit. Cool, hold it here. Oh, and now we'll bend that knee and just relax. And hopefully you can really feel that progression as you go through those stages of that contract, relax. It's a good one, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is we're going to grab a knee and we're just going to pull a knee in the body. And we'll just maybe about 10, 15 seconds here, nothing major. And then what I want to do is bring that up, opposite hand over the knee, extend. So in this case, my left arm extend out. And I'm going to pull this across the body. Trying to get that toe to come close to the floor. But I don't want to lose this, I don't want to roll over, keep the shoulder down. So this is going to get hips, lower back. And it's about 20 seconds. Excellent, we'll come out of that. Let's go the other way. So this is kind of that tie-in, right? We're kind of hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Okay, let's go across the body. Now I'm gonna look down my right arm this time. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, what I want to do now is we're going to go to our chair. Okay, so and we're going to do a little hip flexor stretch. Okay, so I'm going to put the chair on the up knee side. So I'm kneeling down, got a mat or a towel here, and now all I want to do is I'm going to come upright. All right, and now I'm going to lean forward. You can actually even put your hand by it if you want to. And we're just going to kind of come forward, and we're going to the hip flexor here, okay? So again, just kind of hitting a few of these muscles that are right around the hip. Okay. And now we're gonna change sides here. I'm just gonna set the chair right here. And now switch the other side. And go slow at this one, okay? Kind of get a feel for it. Right here. Okay, about 20 seconds there. And now I'm gonna stand up. And we're close here. I mean, that's a pretty good amount of time stretching here. I really like that contract, relax. There's one more I want to do before we leave. So we started standing, right, with the elephant walk. We're going to end standing. Guys, use a stair, a step, a riser. I've got a chair here. And we're going to do a one-leg standing hamstring. So I'm going to put my foot up here. Leg is straight, okay? The knee isn't bent. And now I'm hinging from my hips, pulling my torso over the thigh. And you can slowly increase that stretch. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, let's switch them up. Other leg is up. And again, I'm going to hinge, focusing on that hamstring. About 20 seconds. You can go up to 30. All right, nice. Whoo! Hey, that was our hamstring. Kind of a little lower back, even the hip flexors, but really a focus on hamstring, just trying to get those hamstrings to loosen up a little bit, to be a little more flexible, all right? I know it's a condition a lot of people struggle with. So take some time out, try to do this at least on a daily basis. I'm telling you, after a week, you will notice a difference. Thanks for watching. This is Elite Fitness, bringing wellness